So with the move towards not using the ordinary oasis so much, I'm going to try and do two little arrangements to start with that are very easy to do, and just to give you an idea of how you can adapt in this modern world. Although we do use biodegradable oasis, but and is of course chicken wire, but this is a nice little pot, a china pot, and it has pink flowers and bits of greenery on it, and I thought this would be ideal. So I'm using as a base some sedum, which is one of those lovely plants that come into flower into the autumn and stay into flower for quite a long time. And you find that even if you leave them as seed heads, they really come into their own at Christmas. You can spray them silver or gold. But for today I'm going to make a little cushion of the sedum, cut it quite short. You don't need many sprigs, but do cut off the little leaves, the fleshy leaves, because if they touch with the water then they go soggy and they smell. So these pink lisianthus I've chosen because they match the flowers on the vase. And lisianthus, they're a dainty flower and they're so versatile. You can sit them proud of the sedum. It's a good idea not to have a heavy flower, because if you do, I think the sedum would have more difficulty in keeping the little flowers upright. Lisianthus has quite a lot of bracts on it. It's a good idea to trim off the very small buds, because these won't come to anything. But by the same token, if you have other little pieces you cut off, you can put them in a small vase and then they will come out and bloom and they make a nice picture. So there's my little vase and starting to use the flowers in that. This container I filled with water to start with, which is so easy. You don't have to remember to keep topping up the water on Oasis. You just put the water in and you can leave it. It's just a simple arrangement, just to give you ideas as to what we can do without using Oasis. These lisianthus are such good value, I think, for money. You can get, we're lucky in this area that you can get flowers from a lot of different supermarkets, and they're mostly good quality. Some of the bigger supermarkets have daily deliveries, or at least 2 or 3 times a week by the Dutch lorry, and you never know quite what you're going to get, so sometimes you do have to adapt what your thinking is on the day. But these are such good value for money. If you were doing a tall arrangement, you could cut out some of the bracts and use them inset quite low, and then use the taller ones for this type of arrangement. So give it a little turn round so that you can see all round the arrangement. And the lisianthus do last quite a long time too. They unfurl and they have a really interesting flower. And I've got quite a lot of little blooms I've cut off that I can put into my little vase, and just one more I can probably put in, and that's just something that you can do quickly and easily without any need for greenery, and just the sedum, and the little ones we can put into the pot for later.